Happy Wednesday, I believe it
Hey,
is.
yes.
God, I feel like this week is going so long.
This week has been an interesting one for me, honestly. Just lots of weird things popping up. But, hey, it's
Yeah,
life.
lots of weirdness going on with my clients, with my profit insiders. We're enrolling now, and a lot of application review calls. But even a lot of my existing clients are having clients they have to fire. The drama out in the world right now is just insane.
There is a level of drama out there that, yeah. Yeah, I was just, in fact, I was listening. This is a little off topic, but I was just listening to a book and it was talking about the standards that we set. And every time we accept that drama, every time we accept something below what we want, that's our new standard. And we'll continue to do it. It was just, yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. So again, like this is every topic intertwines when you're running a business, right? Your life, your mindset, your physical health, your business entity, everything. Now,
Yeah.
your website is what we're here to talk about today, as we do once a month with you, because you're the web designer that everyone needs, as far as I'm concerned. This is a great topic, although it's really dry. So I'm going to let you handle most of this. So, what are the legal requirements for everybody's website?
Well, and it is a dry topic, and honestly, like, policies are boring, and it's not something that we wanna, like, spend a lot of time on unless you're really nerdy or you really love the law or something like that, so but it's one of the things that is overlooked in business that can really cost you some serious money. It could destroy your business if you're not legally protecting your website, and that's why every February is my legal love month at Web Designs by Teresa, because I want to get the message out there. I don't want anyone watching, anyone tuning into the replay, anyone in your group, or anyone that, whatever. I don't care. I don't want anybody to lose everything they have been building because of a simple few statements on their website that could mean everything.
Okay, so my brain is going automatically, and it might be some of the views, so I figure I'm just gonna go there.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who this has ever happened to. Is this real?
Well, okay, so it's not, but it is real and it's not. So I want people to think about this. And this was something I have actually a great interview coming up next week with Hans, one of the legal guys, the vice president of Termageddon. We'll talk about that a little bit, where we're talking about that. Is it real? Yes and no. So here's the thing that's going on is we all heard the whole big GDPR push a couple years ago. You have to have a privacy policy. You have to have a privacy policy. All of that's going on. And in the EU and the European Union, they set up these privacy laws to protect people's data. I want my data protected. And so this isn't a bad thing. They're not out to kill businesses. I want my data protected. All of us want our data protected. But at the same time, companies were stepping on people's toes constantly. And that's why the European Union put this into place. And they are fining people like millions of euros, big corporations, millions of euros, if they're not protecting, if they're not.
Okay, so GDPR was a ruling that went into effect years ago that in
Yes.
the European Union, there were certain guidelines that you could not email people unless they gave you approval. You had to know where they came from. You can't just add people to your email list. It's called spamming. And they were actually fining people for doing this.
Yes, and this was probably about 3 years ago, okay? But it's not just limited to email. Google's
Well,
working.
well, I want to go there, but I also want to point out to everyone that as an interior designer, you may not have heard of this because you're not international necessarily, or maybe some of you are who are watching. I am international, so I had to pay attention to this. So now that's why I wanted to go back and explain GDPR to everyone who's watching, because they may not know that they are now subject to fines in the United States for what types of things.
Well, and it's real, and see, here's the complexity of it, and trust me, I'm gonna offer a really simple solution when we're
Okay,
done
good.
with the conversation. But here's the complexity of it. Privacy laws, whether it's in the EU, Brazil, Canada has some really strict laws. It
Mm.
doesn't matter where your business is located at. They do not care. They care about their residents that they're protecting. So if someone from Canada comes onto your interior design business website in Chicago, you were still subject to comply with those laws.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the thing that I think most of us, and I didn't realize it either.
I didn't
But
know that.
but now it's not just, there are states in the United States that are passing privacy laws. It would be lovely if the United States had one big privacy law that protected everybody, but no, each state is able to set their own laws. California has two laws in effect. Let's see, I have a list. I'm not going to go through all of it, but like California, Nevada, Delaware, Virginia, those all have laws, and there's more coming into play. And I think there's at least two new laws that have already been passed this year, and we're just a month into this year, and there's more coming up down the line. So it doesn't matter where you're located at. It's where your website visitors are located at. So if you're an interior designer doing virtual design, you absolutely need to pay attention to this. If you are bordering a state that has privacy laws, you need to pay attention to this, because people are going to be coming to your website. And it doesn't matter if you're not asking for email, if you're not asking for all of that. If you have Google Analytics, if you have any of the tools that a modern business needs for their website to succeed and be visible, you need to have compliance with laws, the privacy laws.
Okay, so states across the US are putting in laws rapidly. I know I can't keep up. How do we keep up?
So here's the thing, you can keep up. There is a law tracker that you can look at on the Termigan website, who is my legal solution now. They have a law tracker. They track all of this. The owner of the website, or the company, she is a privacy lawyer. She does this for a business, or for a living. So they can track that, and you can try and keep up with all of those things if you want to do so. But it's exhausting. I don't know about you, but I'm not a lawyer. I don't want to know all the laws that are going into effect. And each law has its own disclosures, its own things, there's so many different things to do it. I mean, it's a full-time job to maintain all of that. And so that's why I wanted to bring this up, because there's a solution that means you don't have to keep track of anything.
That's the kind of solution I like.
You just have to implement a solution, and that is getting the right legal documents on your website to protect you. So there's a couple ways that you can do these. And the legal documents that I want to talk about are a privacy policy. That's kind of the big one. Terms and conditions, or terms of service, which is another one that's really big. A disclaimer, which some people are saying is not as important. I still value it. I still think that I need to disclaim that you're using this, like, here you are. And then even a cookie policy, because there's cookie legislation out there about those tracking cookies that we do.
I was going to say, tell everyone what a cookie is, just in case they don't know.
So a cookie is a little piece of technology. When you go to a website, it puts something on your browser or your computer, or, for lack of more techie descriptions, that makes it easier for you to reload that website in the future, easier for you to reconnect to it. And so it is tracking your usage. Okay. It's a small, minimal thing. It's not a big thing that you need to worry about. You can say turn off all cookies, and then your web browsing is not going to be as effective as other people's, but that's essentially what it is. It needs to enhance your web browsing.
Okay. So that's a lot of legal documents that I know. I'm trying to redo the contracts for the interior designers along with the attorney, and it's like bleary-eyed. I have to keep walking away, coming back, walking away, coming back.
And your head hurts, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so much. And I have to think about all these different privacy laws and having all this stuff in place and all of these things happening. And it's exhausting. So there are ways to have this done. The first one, obviously, is you can hire a lawyer, like, working with a lawyer to get your website policies in place. There's caveats to that. Money. It's going to cost a lot of money, because they have to. And I mean, like, it's not just a matter of hiring any lawyer. You have to hire a lawyer who is well versed in privacy laws. There's so many different types of law out there. You need somebody who's not just going to put a basic disclaimer, but who's going to know the disclosures that belong on your website, depending on which laws are in effect. You need, and which ones apply to you and which ones don't apply to you, and all.
Well, how do you even, because you said it's about who's viewing your website. So like, I go on my Google Analytics, I have people viewing my website from all over the world. Designers, interior designers could be the same because of their Instagram accounts, people going, or their Pinterest or their LinkedIn. Like, you don't know where people are coming from. So it's better to across the board protect yourself with all states and all countries.
I definitely went all in protecting myself, because again, I'm international as well. So I need to make sure that I'm fully protected. So hiring a lawyer, costly, and they have to be the right type of lawyer who understands privacy laws. And not only is it the upfront cost of creating the policies, but it's going to be the continued cost of researching new laws that are coming up all the time.
Mhm.
So that is option number one, not something that people can do. You can purchase templates, and I've done templates before. I've even, know web designers who have copied and pasted. They go to a big wig person's website, copied and paste their legal documents, and slap them on their own. I'm like, hey, I'm good. Here's the trouble with that. First of all, you're not protecting your business, you're protecting their business when you're copying and pasting and stealing from somebody else. It's not going to protect you necessarily. The other thing is that a template is only as valid as the day it was created and written. So if you purchase a template today, it will be outdated by the end of the year. And template costs can be anywhere from $500 and up for a template. And it's something that's going to get outdated really
For
quick.
like a terms and conditions for your website or privacy policy or things that, okay.
I've seen them from $500 to $2,000 to purchase this template. And they're easy to use and you can put your stuff in and they're pretty good, but they only protect you as well as the day they were written.
And
And
you have a better solution for us, I
I
hear.
do have a better solution for you guys. So I have really recently partnered with Termageddon, which you've heard me mention their name, who this is a company that I am just so grateful that they exist, because what they do is they help you set up your legal policies. They have a video you can follow to make sure that you're putting all the right checks and they're all the right boxes. Get your legal documents put together, and then you just paste a simple code, and it's not like anything, you don't need to be a coder. It's a copy paste into a page on your website, and it will put the legal documents with the protection you need on your website. And as new laws come into effect, they update your policies automatically.
So the link is actually linked to something they're updating on a regular basis. So you're never out of date.
The code is updated to their, or is connected to their database. So it's always up to date. They are always constantly, like I said,
love
it was
this.
created by a privacy attorney and her techie husband. So
I love this.
they're always updating. So you can set your policies and that's it.
And I love the name of the company.
I know.
Okay. But I want everyone to go to your blog and read about this and then
Yes.
utilize the link that's in the blog, because
Yes.
you're recommending it to us. I know they get 10% off if they use your link,
I'm going to
correct?
say full on affiliate disclosure. I do not sign up to be an affiliate lightly. I only recommend the things that are good. And if you want to bypass me, that's fine. I don't really care. Go to termageddon.com and just do it on your own.
Yeah, but do they get the 10% off then?
Nope, they don't get the 10% off.
Oh, well, then
So if you want the 10% off, you're going to have to go to my blog and click on that link. And if you use the promo code Teresa, that is when you get the 10% off. So
make sure they know how to spell your name is different from many Teresas.
well, if you go to my blog, I just looked, I needed to add the promo code. But if you go to my blog in the next 10 minutes, we'll say, you will see exactly how to spell it. But it's Teresa, promo code Teresa, and you get the 10% off. And they're going to do what they can. And these guys are incredible. I mean, like, I had my website protected in minutes. It was amazing. It was
So you know where to put the code. For those people who do their own websites on Squarespace, Wix, WordPress, they'll be able to be talked through how to
There's
put the
videos
code
on how to do everything. But if you're terrified of putting code, or if you're really worried about that, you can just reach out to me directly and I will charge you a small setup fee and get it on your website quickly and easily.
Okay.
No contracts, no extended thing, no nothing. You can, I will just get it done for you quickly and easily for a small setup fee.
Wonderful. Okay. Or they can send it to their existing web designer, or they can do it themselves by watching the videos on where to put the code. And from that point forward, then they are protected. Do we have an idea of how much this is per month?
So here's a really cool thing about this program. I cannot believe how affordable it is. It's $99 a year.
What?
Which, if you use my promo code, it's $10. You get 10% off, or it's $10 a month. Now, the 10% off is only on your first payment, so go for the whole year. Get the 10% off the whole year. Absolutely. But if you really just can't scrape together $90, it's $10 a month.
Wow, to have your website always protected with updated terms and conditions and things like that. Now, what if you have special programs like I have where my terms and conditions outline some of my programs? What would that be different? Like if a designer has their disclosures, let's say, for their own programs.
I would really honestly just set up a call with those guys and talk to them about that. I mean, and that's one of the things, like I did a setup call with them. So they helped walk me through and they asked me questions, like, do you offer this? Do you do this? Do you do that? And I'm like, yep. And they're like, okay, let's check these boxes because that'll make sure that the right laws and disclosures are put into your policy.
Love
So
that.
it was so amazing and so incredible. And like I said, I just cannot say enough amazing things about them. And I have a background in technical customer support. I
Yeah.
built support desk. Like if I'm saying they're awesome, they're awesome.
I love this, Teresa. And it's reminding me of something and I just lost it in my head. It's when like social media managers like Kim will say to everybody, put on double verification on your social media because people are getting hacked. And we sit there going, well, I don't know anyone who's been hacked. Like, why would I bother doing that? And guess what? One of my profit insiders lost her entire Facebook account, cannot get it back, business, personal, everything. If she would have just put on the double verification that's being recommended, that wouldn't have happened. And in your case, you're telling everyone, you may not know anyone who got fined $5,000 for being out of compliance on their website, but it absolutely happens. And this is a $90 for the entire year solution to not having that happen to you. Please listen. I mean, like, I just think people don't think come on, we all suffer from that, right? It's not going to happen to me.
Yeah. And I'll say this too, like it's not just the fines. You could be subject to lawsuit as well. So the states may not be looking to fine you. They may not be going out there doing some kind of crazy chasing to find small businesses and out to get small businesses. But if you have somebody, a disgruntled customer, a disgruntled angry person in the area or something like that, they could file a lawsuit against you.
That's not good.
It's not good. And so yes, we all know somebody who's had a stupid lawsuit filed against them. So
Yeah.
like it takes minutes. It's a minimal cost. It protects everything that you're building. And that's why I go all legal every February because
Good idea.
I want you guys to protect what you're building. Like the world needs you. The world needs what you have to offer. You've got to protect it.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? It's literally the worst thing when something happens that you had warning about and you didn't do anything about it. It just makes me nuts when that happens. Like I knew about this, I could have done something. It wasn't a big expense, but I just put it to the bottom of the pile. This is something that's easy to put to the top of the pile and just get it done. So everybody go click the link, read Teresa's blog, click on the what's it called? Termageddon, which is just such a great name. It's like terms and conditions, Termageddon.
I know.
Click on the link in Teresa's blog to go and sign up to protect your website. I think it's an amazing service. We're going to go do it. We're in the process of redoing some things on our website. So we're going to go do it. Absolutely. And everyone should do it too. Anything else we forgot, Teresa?
I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't think so. Okay. All right, everyone.
If you really want to geek out on legal policies, I have an incredible interview with Hans next week, I believe is when I'm releasing that. But keep an eye on my Facebook page because you'll be able to watch that.
I was going to say, post it in my interior design business forum also when it comes out.
Yeah. Because it really goes into, he does a lot more of the talking because that's his industry. It's what he knows. And he explains it's an incredible interview. Definitely one you want to tune into.
Awesome. All right. And Carrie posted, love this under our video. I can't post it because it doesn't let me share images, but very important stuff, guys. If you're watching on replay, go read Teresa's blog, go rewatch from the beginning. Here's lots of incredible tips and we want you to be protected. So go do it today. Thanks, Teresa.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.